Top 10 highest paid actors in Hollywood. We all know that Hollywood heavyweights make some serious money, but if there are some small screen stars out there making $1 million an episode, just imagine what the highest paid blockbuster actors are earning in a year. We've taken a look at the A-list's incomes, and can we just say, holy smokes, those salaries are insane. The top 10 have all worked hard to earn their spot at the top of the Hollywood heap, but just wait until you see who took number 1, and by how many tens of million number 2 trails behind. That's right, we'll be hitting the 100 millions, so hold on to your hats. Number 10. Scarlett Johansson. It seems like the Marvel Universe is a bit of a boys' club, but Scarlett Johansson is here to show everyone how it's done. Appearing in every one of the Avengers movies and dropping in on Captain America and Iron Man, altogether, Johansson has brought the Black Widow to the screen 7 separate times. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that superheroes make money, and plenty of it. Scarlett Johansson was the highest paid actress in 2018, raking in an impressive $40.5 million at year's end. Black Widow is finally getting her own feature film, so Johansson's payday will certainly keep reaching super heights. Number 9. Will Smith. He has more energy than so many people half his age, and even as he hits his 50s, Will Smith is as big a box office draw as he was in his Fresh Prince days. The never-not-cool Smith is hip to the times, and isn't limiting himself to the big screen, taking on a role in Bright on Netflix to the tune of $20 million. Still, that's not the only paycheck he's banking these days. Will be playing none other than Genie in Disney's live-action remake of Aladdin, stealing its way into theaters in May 2019. All in all, Smith banked $42 million for 2018, and 2019 just mean more money magic for the star. Number 8. Tom Cruise. For as long as Tom Cruise is willing to jump off of buildings and bring down the bad guy, we'll be happy to watch him do it. Much like Tom Cruise himself, the Mission Impossible movies never seem to get old, and it's a good thing, because it really brings in the big bucks. With 2 more Mission Impossible movies coming down the pipeline, Cruise can keep counting on those $43 million paychecks he's been cashing. And just to put it all into some perspective, Cruise is in his mid-50s. That he can still do these stunts is even more impressive than his pay. Number 7. Adam Sandler. In this crazy and ever-changing world, if there is one thing we can always rely on, it's Adam Sandler's comedic stylings. Sandler's sense of humor might not suit everyone, but it certainly has Netflix smiling, because the streaming service was happy to sign him to a 4-film deal for $250 million over the course of a few years. Even though the critics weren't crazy about The Ridiculous Six, it became Netflix's most watched movie the month it was released. Since then he's signed on for another 4 films. Sandler will reliably make something in the vicinity of $50.5 million a year for the foreseeable future. Number 6. Vin Diesel. Can we all just agree that we'll never get tired of the Fast and the Furious films? Certainly Vin Diesel hasn't either, as he's appeared in every film in the franchise since its initial release in 2001. It's obviously a labor of love for the actor, and of course, the pay ain't bad either. The latest entry in the franchise made $1.2 billion at the box office, which had Diesel banking $54.5 million at year's end. And it's likely there will be more where that came from. The franchise needs to keep cruising along until they get to the 10th installment, which should obviously be titled Fast and the Furious, Fasten Your Seatbelts. Number 5. Chris Hemsworth. The debate over which Chris is Hollywood's best, Evans, Pratt, Pine, or Hemsworth, will never have a definitive answer, but Hemsworth has been the highest earning Chris for 2 years running, with no signs of slowing down. Playing a superhero has unsurprisingly spelled success for Hemsworth. Hemsworth has had the honor to play Thor, God of Thunder in a standalone franchise, and every Avengers film, meaning that he's making it rain roughly $64.5 million a year. With his contract with Marvel coming to a close after the 4th Avengers movie, we can only hope he signs on to play Thor a bit more. Thor: Ragnarok was too much fun. Number 4. Mark Wahlberg. After his daily schedule was published and it was revealed that Mark Wahlberg wakes up at 2:30 a.m. every day in order to get started on his day as soon as possible, no one can argue that the actor doesn't deserve a spot on the listing of Hollywood's highest earners. Wahlberg proves that the early bird catches the worm, and in his case, the worm is approximately $68 million in cash. Thanks to his versatility, the sometimes comedy star, sometimes action star just keeps having hits at the box office. And don't forget the burger franchise he co-owns with his brothers, Wahlburgers, that brings in the bucks too. Number 3. Robert Downey Jr. As a mainstay on every list of Hollywood's highest-paid actors since taking top spot in 2012, Robert Downey Jr. certainly knows the secret to securing an astronomical salary. Since stepping into Iron Man's suit, the star has been reliably banking millions of dollars a year. Negotiating an impressive paycheck even just to appear for a few minutes in a fellow superhero film within the Marvel Universe, in addition to the money he makes in the Avengers movies, Robert Downey Jr. put away $81 million in 2018. With Avengers: Endgame out in 2019, Downey Jr.'s bottom line has never looked better. Number 2. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We have to wonder, is Dwayne Johnson ever in a bad mood? Sure seems like he's always smiling, then again, with his salary we'd be smiling all the time too. With upfront fees for films like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle in the millions, and profit share, Johnson's putting away a hefty payday. In addition to his acting contract, Johnson's massive social media following means he can negotiate an additional 7 figures for film promotion. All in all, the actor put away $124 million for 2018. We wouldn't be surprised if he jumps from second place to first for 2019's highest paid actors ranking, although he's definitely got his work cut out for him to reach number 1. Number 1. George Clooney. No actor has ever earned more in a calendar year than A-list icon George Clooney did at the end of 2018. After successfully building Casamigos Tequila into an empire, he sold it, along with his business partner Rand Gerber, for a whopping $700 million. So what does that mean for Clooney? It means that for 2018, the actor cashed $239 million. To break it down into a bite-sized piece, that's $654,794 a day. Still can't imagine a figure that monstrous? How about thinking of it as $27,283 an hour? Alright, we'll break it down one more time. George Clooney made $454.78 a minute. Let's all bow down to George Clooney.